Hello everyone, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, June 13th, 2025, we're diving deep into the QQQ, looking at both the latest news and the charts to make sense of what's happening. First, let's address the elephant in the room, the recent Israeli airstrikes on Iran. According to news sources, this has led to increased geopolitical tensions and a spike in energy prices. We're seeing Dow futures down 400 points and oil prices surging as investors seek safe haven assets like gold and the dollar. However, some analysts believe the market reaction is relatively calm due to Iran's limited military capabilities. President Trump has even weighed in, urging Iran to negotiate a new nuclear deal. Also, bearish sentiment has been at its lowest in 6 months. Now, let's switch over to the chart data to see how these events are reflected in QQQ's price action. We're starting with the daily chart to get a broad overview. Looking at the daily chart, we can see that QQQ has had significant volatility since January 2024. We had a major dip in early April, followed by a rapid recovery. More recently, the chart shows an upward trend, but with considerable ups and downs. To get a better sense of the short-term trends, let's zoom in on the last few months using the daily chart. Since about March 2025, we've seen a series of higher highs and higher lows, suggesting a bullish trend. However, the most recent candles show some indecision, with prices consolidating around the 530 level. The candle for June 12, 2025 is of interest, with a long wick upwards, indicating a test of resistance, but an inability to maintain those levels. Today's candle, June 13th, looks to be potentially bearish too. Now let's switch to the hourly chart for a more granular view. We can see a clearer picture of the recent volatility and any potential support or resistance levels forming. On the hourly chart, recent action shows consolidation around the 531 level. If the price breaks below 530, we could see a further move downwards. Conversely, a break above 532.50 might signal a continuation of the upward trend. Let's zero in on the most recent price action with the 15-minute chart, focusing on the last few days to analyze intraday movements. In this time frame, we see that QQQ struggled to maintain gains above 534 on June 10th and 11th and has pulled back some, which could be related to the news causing concern. Support seems to be forming around the 530 to 531 area. Keep an eye on this range for potential buying opportunities if the price holds. To recap, key price levels to watch are 530 as a support and 532.5 as a resistance. A break above 532.5 with strong volume could indicate a bullish continuation, potentially targeting 535 and beyond. A 60% chance. Conversely, a breakdown below 530 could lead to further downside, with potential targets around 525 and even 520. A 40% chance. Also, keep an eye on consumer sentiment data and any further geopolitical developments, as these will likely play a significant role in QQQ's direction in the coming days.